Good morning, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. My name is Sherri Wilcox, and I'm the wife of Mr. Julius Wilcox. My topic today is mother's protection. I will be reading from Exodus 1:22 through chapter 2, verse 10. Then Pharaoh gave this order to all his people: throw every newborn Hebrew boy into the Nile River, but you may let the girls live. And the man of the house of Levi went and took as wife a daughter of Levi. So the woman conceived and bore a son. And when she saw that he was a beautiful child, she hid him for 3 months. But when she could no longer hide him, she took an ark of burlishes for him, dabbed it with asphalt and pitch, put the child in it, and laid it in the reeds by the river's bank. And his sister stood afar off to know what would be done to him. Then the daughter of Pharaoh came down to bathe at the river, and her maidens walked along the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the reeds, she sent her maid to get it. And when she opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the baby wept. So she had compassion on him, and said, "This is one of the Hebrew children." Then his sister said to Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and call a nurse for you? Shall I go and call a nurse for you from the Hebrew women, that she may nurse your child for you?" And Pharaoh's daughter said, "Yes, go." So the maiden went and called the child's mother. Then Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Take this child away and nurse him for me." And the child grew, and she brought him to Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. So she called his name Moses, saying, "Because I drew him out of the water." My topic today is dealing with a mother's protection. When we think of a mother's protection, we think about protecting the child from something. But when I read this scripture, I got something different. What are we keeping our children from? Oftentimes, as parents, we think that we're operating in fear, when we're not operating in the trust of the Lord, like Jochebed. She knew she had to do something. She had to protect her child, and the protection of her child, she had to set him free. So when she prepared the basket, and she took time to put the leaves and prepared it to protect them, making sure it was waterproof, that it would float, that he would not drown. So sometimes as mothers, we think protecting our kids from something is better for them. But sometimes we need to stand back and have what Sister Ina said, faith. Pray about it and say, "Lord, how do you want me to handle this? Because my way may not be your way." I truly believe that Jochebed prayed about it, and she trusted the Lord. I can't imagine putting my baby in the basket next on the side of a river and saying, "Lord, okay, somebody will save him." So, because that would just be impossible. But she had to have great faith and trust. That's faith, yes, and to know that your child hasn't even spoken a word and has a mark on his life by the Pharaoh, but she trusted the Lord. I also want us to take away from this that sometimes as parents, we think that we have to do it on our own. In this case, Jochebed, she thought she was losing a mother. She thought she was losing her son, but she gained not only a son, but she gained a son that was walking in his destiny for the kingdom. Because had she not set him free, he would not have been Moses. He would not have saved the Egyptian people. So sometimes when we're protecting our children, we're harming them because we're not relying on the Lord and trusting in Him. She had blind faith. That's another level to have faith. Blind faith is putting your baby in a basket by a river and saying, "Okay, Lord, don't take it somewhere." That's blind faith. And I have to be honest, that's hard for me sometimes because I'm a person who likes to know everything's going to happen. But I can't even imagine. That's like walking from the car and saying, "Lord, save me," or something. But we have to have what we call blind faith. And in this scripture, it was definitely manifested through Jochebed and the sister. The sister served as a servant as well. She had trust. God sent the little angel down the river to follow her brother, And I think it was profound when First Lady talked about adoption. And I think this ties very well into it because you have, just because you're biological does not mean that you, for some reason, are called to mother the child. And so God may have allowed another mother to mother the child for one reason. So that's when the protection, we have to remove the selfishness from the protection and do what's best for the child and not what's best for us. Sometimes we think that we're protecting them, but we actually have harmed them and taken them away from their destiny because we stepped in and tried to play God. I know I've done it before and it didn't turn out right, but now I know. And the fact that she got to see her son again. Yes. She got to breastfeed her son that she put in a river. Yes. Can you imagine putting your son in a river and then your daughter comes and say, "Hey, Mom, come worship me." What do you do? To say, "Wow, Lord, look at my child," and then to be taken into the kingdom of the pharaohs and to become this great man and then lead the Israelites out of Egypt. So I just want to encourage you as a parent, as First Lady said, it applies to mothers and fathers and godmothers, adopted mothers, however you're a mother to a child that you're speaking into. Try to protect them. We all try to protect them, but also know that protection is sometimes we have to set them free. We have to set them free so they can fulfill their destinies within this kingdom. It looks scary to us sometimes, but like Sister Trina said, you gotta pray. You gotta know how to pray. You gotta have faith, and you got to be able to lead from a godly standpoint and not from a fear standpoint. Because fear would allow your child, it will shorten their destiny. It will shorten their purpose on this earth. And I just ask you to come away with them. Look for ways to protect your children by setting them free to be all that God called them to be in this world. Amen.